everybody, and welcome back to my playthrough on Feed the Beast Dire Wolf 20, and I think this will probably be the last episode we focus on Botania. We might jump into it a little bit later on, do some of the high-end stuff. There's the portal to activate, lots of more items I can craft, but I don't want to spend too many episodes in a row focusing on one mod. I want to jump into another mod after we do this, possibly blood magic, because I've been looking into that and it looks pretty good. So I would love to check into that as well. But for right now here, we want to make a couple more things. I got a couple things ready that I've done some work off camera crafting. The Rod of the Sky, I'll show you that in a second. It's a great early game way to fly around a little bit if you don't have jetpacks yet. I think Botania is a really viable starting mod to get you going in a game, and we've covered a lot of the things like the sash and the rings, and this Rod of the Sky will be a great way to help you fly, basically, with the help of Hang Glider. We're going to also talk about some more generating flora. I'm going to up my mana game a little bit with Thermal Lillies, and we're going to talk a little bit about coal coke and how I've been using coal coke instead of coal, and how you can make the coal coke oven. And then lastly, we're going to top it off by making Terra Steel. It's going to take a tremendous amount of mana to do so, and that's part of why we're getting these Thermal Lillies in place. The end result here will be hopefully the creation of a Terra Firma rod by the end of this episode, which is something as a kind of builder type person, I'm pretty excited to look into that. So first things we want to do is I've been gathering up a ton of mana. The Terra Steel ingot will require a half full mana pool. You can see we are just past that point. I'm going to be using a little mana before we get there, so I do want to make sure that I just pump a little bit more mana into this thing. Now you can see I've got a bunch of endo flames down there, and we have been throwing coal coke on them. So that's done with these coal coke ovens. A really great way you can turn regular coal into coal coke. Now, and I'm throwing blocks of this at a time right onto that. So as you can see in this chest, I have all my blocks of coal coke already made. Obviously that's 9 blocks of coal required to do that. I have, it looks like, 8 different Thermal Lillies right there. So let's pull out all the coal coke that we have. I don't think there'll be any in these chests over there. There's 3 more there. Oh, and 7. It looks like I got it stored all over the place. So that should allow us to make a couple more blocks, and we are just going to dump a ton of mana into this mana pool, hopefully. Let's see how many I can make here before I run out. Alright, looks like 4 more and 8. Perfect. So on top of the 4 that I already have, that's 8. That's going to be 1 for each of my Thermal Lillies. That is awesome. Let's dump this on there before I go ahead and craft the endo flames. I'm sorry, these are endo flames. Let's dump the coal coke on the endo flames, and then we'll make a couple Thermal Lillies as well, so that we can get as much mana in a short time as possible. So here we go. Pew, 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 pew. Boom. Then you get to back away. Even though I don't have my magnet ring on me, I don't want any coal coke being picked up into my inventory. Let's see where we're at. I have my rod here set to function mode. We are going to click on there. You can see the mana picking up its tick-tock a little bit. So what we're going to do is make one more flower. Let's go ahead and make a Thermal Lilly. Now, I did make one already over there, but I wanted to show the process of how you make one on camera, so let's do that real quick. Then we'll plant that thing and we'll feed it, much like we do the endo flames, but we are going to be feeding it lava. Pretty cool, right? So let's throw this in there. Let's make one of those into a mana petal. Come back over here. We got our apothecary all set up and ready to do this. We're going to throw that, we're going to throw that, we're going to throw that, we're going to do this and this, and then of course we're going to throw that as well. Boom, there it is, Thermal Lilly, ta-da, lava power. We're going to do this. Hopefully this thing pops out a lot, because what we need right now is a lot. So as you can see on my inventory, ready to go. I got 2 lava buckets. Let's go ahead and do this, but before I do that, I want to make sure that as soon as they're generating mana, that mana is hitting that pool. And right now we are a couple mana spreaders shy of being able to do so. Alright, and we got that mana spreader all set up, so let's pump this right on top of this thing here. We can use that stone to kind of get our leverage. Place it right here. Boom. And then we can remove this as well as this. Now this is here to keep the lava and specifically to keep it from burning down the house, as it were. So we're going to go ahead and put this into bind mode. We're going to right click on that, and then we're going to go over here. We're going to click on that as well. And then we should have that thing aiming right at that pool, and we should be good to go. Alright, so let's see. Now the next thing we want to do is put the lava in the little container right there, and that's going to help us get these things powered up. So I've got 2 flowers, I've got 2 buckets of lava. Hopefully everything's going to work here. Lava goes in, boom, disappears, particle effects on that flower. That's what I'm talking about. Lava goes in. Yes? Boom, okay, there we go, both of them. And if we hold this thing, we can now see that that is also generating mana. We should be getting, I hope that's not too far away. I want to see a burst coming out of there. I don't think it's too far away. No, we should be good. I think we're good. So let's check. We have this accepting mana. Let's click. All right, we are looking pretty solid. So while that fills up a little bit more, let's take a look at something over here. We've pre-crafted. That is going to be the Rod of the Lands. We'll end the episode with that. That is going to be the mana tablet. We will use that with the Rod of the Lands. This is a lava crystal. That is something else entirely that we probably won't get into this episode. But this is the Rod of the Sky. So Rod of the Sky. Pretty straightforward. To make this, all you need is a rune of the air. So let's go ahead and take a look at the recipe to get this up. Rod of the Sky. There it is, the rune, 3 steel, we got the string, we got the feather, we got the carpet. That'll give you the rune of the sky, and then all you need is a living twig, no problem there, and an additional feather. And boom, you have the Rod of the Skies. Awesome. Now, almost 5 full bars of mana down there. I should be able to right-click this, pop myself up in the air, and then click and deploy my hang glider. So let's take a look at it. Yep. Oh, and this is not going to work if I am standing underneath that. So we'll pop over here. Wish I had some shallower water to do this test. Let's go ahead and check this out. Alright, we're standing right here. So that was it. It popped it up and it bounced me once. Now I'm curious, I think I should be able to toggle this, meaning pop up into the air and then hit it again and again and again until I get really high, and then click over to the hang glider. Let's give that a shot. 4 and 5 are the ones I need. So click, 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 and deploy. Alright, not too shabby, right? Takes some getting used to, and I could see it going wrong if you're not standing in water. You can see how it can probably cause you a little bit of trouble if you are not doing it right. So let's give that another shot real quick. So we're going to click, click, click. Click, 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 and deploy. Oh, sweet. Nice. So early game, before you have a jetpack, before you've made yourself any kind of end game flight stuff like that, you can go ahead and give this a shot. It is pretty good. We can do a flyby on the chicken ranch here. Take a look at all the animals hanging out down below. What's up, guys? What is going on? Oh, oh my God, I've got my magnet ring on me. And I am picking up probably 1,000 different eggs. Whoops. Okay, well now I'm flying around with eggs behind me. That's pretty awesome. Whoops. Alright, we have to get rid of these real quick, which is why... oh my goodness. Alright, I'll have to take this mana ring off because I'll just keep picking them up. I never thought about that. Let's throw them at the wall there. Hello. Hello! Oh, that is pretty awesome. Alright, so let's get rid of these real quick. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of them because I probably will just keep picking them up. Terra Steel will require a ton of mana, like a lot of mana, and your mana pool has to be half full for every single ingot that you create. And what we have here is the Rod of Terra Firma, and all it needs is one Terra Steel ingot. Rod of Terra Firma. Terra Steel ingot. Yeah, okay, great. So we need to make one of these things, and I've been doing all this mana gathering, all with the intention of making one of those pieces of Terra Steel. Pretty insane. We are also going to need a mana tablet now to perform the functions of the Terra Firma rod. And what this is going to be doing is saving you a lot of time digging. You're going to be able to use this rod and flatten out the earth to the level that you're standing on, or build earth up to the level of you're standing on. So it is really a potential time saver for you. You can do a lot of flattening and terraforming with this device. Pretty cool, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at it. We are going to need a mana tablet, and I believe I have one of these ready to go. Before I charge that in the pool, I do want to create the Terra Steel ingot first, and then we'll use whatever mana is left over and use that on the tablet. So let's do this. I've never done this before. Now, you do have to create this terrestrial algorithm plate in these lapis lazuli blocks. So this is a multi-piece structure, terrestrial agglomeration. Let's look that up. So we have to make one of these things and place it, and it did require quite a bit of crafting. So you can see a rune of the water, a rune of the earth, rune of mana, a rune of air, rune of fire, a block of mana steel, which would of course be 9 mana steel ingots, and as well as 3 full lapis lazuli blocks. So not a cheap item to make, and that's all just for this one plate. Then you need more lapis lazuli blocks, some living rock, and it all has to be done in exactly this pattern. Once you have all that done, what you need to do is place a mana pearl, a mana steel ingot, and a diamond right onto there, and hopefully particle effects galore, and then we just get this thing done. So I thought I had everything in my inventory. Apparently I do not. So we need 1 mana pearl, 1 mana steel ingot, and 1 diamond. Now, is that a diamond or I'll bet you it's a mana diamond. All righty then. So we're all done with that. We're just about ready to craft some of this Terra Steel, but what we need to do is get some mana over here onto this thing. So I was thinking, since we haven't done it yet, I was going to look into making a couple sparks. It will require 2, 1 to send, 1 to receive, 6 blaze powder for each, and then 2 mana petals and 1 gold ingot. Alright, back over here, everything should be set. A couple more of these, and we should be able to make 2 of these things right off the bat. Let's take 1 here. Let's take 1 here, and we are good. Spark, spark. Okay, so we want to place 1. It'll take mana and transfer it somewhere else. So we want to place 1 here onto this. So what am I doing here? Just clicking it? Yes, I am. Okay, perfect. And we will place 1 here onto this. Shift, right click. Hopefully I've done this right. We will know in a moment. All I got to do is throw these 3 things on. Alright. This is always the worst because you have to land them right on there. They should lock on, but they don't. And it's even worse if you're wearing a ring, which I'm not. Boom. Oh, come on. Yeah, I find this kind of needing fixing, to be honest with you. Alright. Oh, come on. Come to daddy. Make it happen. Oh, the particle effects, though. Oh, yeah. Excitement. Come on. You can do it. You guys can do it. You're a team. Oh! Woo! I was nervous it wasn't going to work. But it did. Terra Steel Ingot. Ta-da! Dun-da-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da! We've made it. We have successfully crafted one Terra Steel Ingot. And how excited are we? My face is glowing. Alright, so cool. So that's actually all we needed to finish our recipe for the Rod of Terra Firma. Oh, I'm excited. Before we do that, let's get our Mana Steel tablet. Boom. Let's fill this thing up with some of the extra mana that we have. How much did we use for that? Boom. Dropped it way down. Alright, so let's set this to sparing mana, sparing items, so that when I drop this in, it will fill up with some of that juicy mana. Let's drop it a couple times. I don't know how much mana is required to perform anything with this Rod of Terra Firma that we're about to get involved with. But let's assume it's a decent amount. Alright, well, it's in the green. Let's see. Alright, you guys, we are ready to give this thing a test. It took me a while to fill up my mana tablet, so a little bit of time in between takes there, but I am ready to do this. I filled up the mana tablet. I chose this spot because it is well away from my base, and I don't want to do any damage to the flowers and the stuff that I've built around there. I don't know how large the range of effect will be on this device. So what it should do is raise the areas that are lower than me, so it should lift ground here. And it should lower the areas that are higher than the ground that I'm standing on, which obviously is this ground right here. So hopefully that'll go up, this will go down, and it'll sort of meet in the middle. I have no idea though. Let's back up so we can see high and low ground at the same time. I'm ready to do this. Are you ready? Let's do it. Pulling. Oh, okay, so it did. Oh, all right, so it did do exactly that. It raised the areas on this side that were lower, and then it lowered the areas on this side that were higher. So that's pretty cool, and it meets in the middle. Awesome. And I did choose an area where there was a lot of blocks affected, so it did pull a lot of mana. We even caused a little bit of a spill here. Not a problem. So that's pretty cool. Pretty powerful device. I can tell I would probably need a lot of mana to really do a lot with it. You'd probably need to start experimenting with ways to store just huge amounts of mana. And maybe we'll look at that in a future episode. But that's enough for now. We'll go ahead and leave it right there. We'll look into Botania maybe a little bit more later on, but I want to jump into another mod for you guys. So that's it. This is Pixel. I appreciate you guys' support. Go ahead and drop a like on this video, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And I got more content coming at you soon. I appreciate your guys' support. See you next time.